back to another video. This is Africa Football Connect with the breaking news that we just received, that before we can even finish this, Donny Van de Beek could be a Manchester United player. So it seems like relevant sources who are bringing this information are sources that we can actually trust, and they're saying that Donny Van de Beek, the Ajax midfielder, could be a Manchester United player, maybe in this week or maybe next week or maybe today, maybe tonight, because what is believed is that United are in talks with the agent of the player, one of the midfielders who has been so amazing for the Dutch football nation, and in Ajax is believed that he could be a Manchester United player as time goes. So we have to wait and see what happens, guys. But that's what we're being told, that Donny Van de Beek could be a Manchester United player very soon. So okay, we did remember, we always try to review some of the stories we have been told. Remember the way sometimes when we were being told that Donny Van de Beek and Koeman was a story made in heaven. Koeman said that he wanted the midfielder at Barcelona to become one of the players who will play for Barcelona, but because of the Messi incident and what is happening right now, I think this has shifted everything, and Barcelona have not been seen doing anything under the player. But what is being believed right now from relevant sources, they're saying that United are actually the team that is talking with the agent, and they're actually the team that can actually produce something. So as we speak right now, giving you this information, if things goes well, it seems like Donny Van de Beek could be a Manchester United player anytime soon. Because remember, it was said, is it during the season of last season, that one of the president or some of the seniors in Ajax, they came out saying that the player will be allowed to leave in the transfer window which was coming, which is this transfer window we are in. So the player was actually allowed to leave, and with Barcelona trying to get the player, people were revealing and seeing what could happen. At the same time, the player was given the player seems like he was interested in the English teams, and he was waiting for offers from the English teams. So Ajax, they just want a relevant income source that they might receive. They don't care how much it will be or how it will come, but all we know is that Donny Van de Beek, he could be a Manchester United player in due time, because that's the source. That's what the sources we just received are saying, that Donny Van de Beek could be a Manchester United player. So it's really weird. We don't know how it's going to play out, and we are just going to be waiting upon. But what are your comments? What are your thoughts on the issue? Donny Van de Beek becoming a United player. What do you see this? How do you see the United team next season, looking at the point that they get such a player in their club, such a midfielder who does wonders for the Ajax team? What do you think is going to do? The transformation of the team, what will happen? I want to hear it on your comments. Please don't forget to like this video if you're enjoying what I'm talking about, and don't forget to subscribe, because I do videos like this each and every day. So this is the breaking news we have right now, that Donny Van de Beek is coming to United. Let me reveal the source. Let me try to show you the information that I'm talking about and where it's coming from. I want to hear you so that we can actually discuss as much as we can on the information, so that I hear what you think. So before I come to Talk Sports, I want to read the one that we got from Transfer Life, and they're saying this, as you can see. They're saying Manchester United have been in contact with Donny Van de Beek's agent. Ajax would accept a bid of around 40 million euro, and the player is interested in playing in the Premier League. This is the information we are receiving, and the source that is written here, guys, Romano, is one of the relevant sources that most of the transfers that the person gives, or that this give, it always comes true. So that's the situation at hand, and if you see them talking about it, we have to take it so seriously, because it might be happening that Donny Van de Beek could be coming to United anytime soon. And at the point, remember, United have been interested in Jadon Sancho, and it seems like the deal is no longer coming to any realization. So this is something that we can actually talk is happening because the player is interested in coming in the Premier League, and a Premier League in the a big Premier League like Manchester United are interested in the player as well. So that's the information we have at the moment, guys. And I would like to hear what you think. I want to hear what you think on the source and everything that is happening. Do you think that Van de Beek will be a success at United? Leave your comments down below, and please don't forget to click like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because it helps us a lot. Do you think Don Van de Beek will be a success at United? I want to hear it on the comments below, and I want to see what you think is going to happen and who will be moving around. Remember, we are talking of players like Fred, Pogba, and now there's Don Van de Beek. It's gonna be crazy at United. I'm telling you. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, if they get this down to the wire, it's gonna shake a lot of people, and some things are going to change. So it's something to look exactly at and to see where we'll be going next. But at the moment, what we are hearing is that he's coming to United. Let me read more information that I have on this story so that we can actually understand what is happening, to just make it clear for all of us who are listening to this situation. So, oh, this is for Chelsea. Let me come here. So, this is Sky Sports. They're saying this: Manchester United monitoring as Ajax Don Van de Beek is left out of Ajax squad. You understand? So what are they saying? They're saying Don Van de Beek was left out of Ajax squad for the Dutch campaign friendly with the team that they're playing with the transfer potential imminent. Reports in Netherlands suggest that Don Van de Beek is nearing a move away from Ajax, with United who are scouting him exclusively, one of several interested parties, and that is why he did not take part with the warm-up matches. So that's the information we are getting from Sky Sports, that this player has already been left out by Ajax because they are believing that maybe something could be happening there. Maybe he might be moving to United as we speak right now. So that's the story we have at the moment, guys, that Don Van de Beek could be going to Manchester United. I don't know how you feel. I want to hear your feelings. Tell me what you think about this and how it's going to affect the Premier League in terms of how the clubs are going to finish up and what is going to happen with the way the teams are performing. Like we were watching Liverpool versus Arsenal today. Arsenal were actually playing good football, I have to say. They actually were able to stop Liverpool from being dominant in the game. And now United bringing such players with the midfielder that already has Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes in it. It's going to be crazy even to think about it. This is something that is going to transform and change the world of football according to the way we are seeing it right now. So I want to hear your comments right now. Put them down below, guys. What do you think the Don Van de Beek issue is going to affect and what's going to happen from this? I want to hear it from the comment, and I want you to tell me more on how you're saying this is going to happen. And this is a good signing, I have to say, for United. And it seems like from other football clubs, no any clubs are interested in him, with Manchester City eyeing and focusing on signing Lionel Messi, and Liverpool, even though we are not hearing any report at the moment, but they are focusing on signing Thiago. United went after a player who no one had any interest, but the player wants to play in the Premier League, and they went and they're getting the deal done because it's actually one of the big team that is left in this situation, and getting him is something that is going to transform a lot of things for the club. So we are gonna have to wait and see what happens. As a fan as somebody who doesn't support United, I have nothing to say but just accept the situation and see what happens. But I feel like United will be really strong. And I was watching Football Terrace with Terry, and I saw the excitement that was in the men are talking about this thing. So if this actually happens, it will actually be something that will transform a lot. So we have to wait and see, and we'll keep talking about it, guys, and we'll give you all the information that you have to get from this situation. But that's what we're hearing at the moment. These are some of the stats. Van de Beek was really close in joining Real Madrid prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, but he did not complete a medical or sign an agreement with the club. It is understood that Van der Beek will consider a move to the Premier League, as Sky Sports report in January, but Van der Beek has not yet received any formal offer from any club this summer. United are one of several clubs monitoring the situation with Van der Beek. One potential option, should they get decision to blaster the ranking, the midfielder Sancho, however, remained in their number one targets. So we know that the Sancho deal, it's no longer happening. That one is now news that everyone knows that Sancho to United, it's just something that is past. It's just it's something that is not gonna happen. So with the way we are hearing and this information we are getting, this is something that could actually happen. This is something that we can say is actually tangible for both the club and the player, because there's no any formal offer from any club. Remember, we were told that Barcelona are interested in him, but because of the Messi incident, Barcelona have been focusing all their effort and all their strength in making sure that the star remains at the club and losing focus on other players that they were thinking of bringing in the club. So this is gonna be one transfer season that people are gonna remember for such a long time. Things are happening, big players are moving, big names are moving. So we will talk about these things when the player is now at United, when he will be doing what he does best, doing a crazy stuff. We will talk about these things, reminding ourselves what a player United had bought for them. So tell me what you think. I want to hear it on the comments, guys. I want to hear it in the comments. That how do you feel this going on? And please don't forget to like or unlike this video if you don't like the information. But if you enjoy this, please do so. So remember, we were talking about Barcelona. So let's move on into Messi, into Lionel Messi, and talk about what has been happening with the Argentina forward in this current situation where they're actually in a fight with the club so that he can leave the club. Let me try to find out the information so that we see what is happening right now. It's interesting what is happening. Players are moving, are really moving. They're not wasting time. Players are moving. Ho 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 ho. There's another breaking news, guys. There is another breaking news. Something is happening in the city of Barcelona. I'll go back to that one later. Let me try to just read on to some of the transfers that happened today when I was not available. If you have noticed, that today I was not available. It was a busy day for me doing some stuff. So let me try to catch up on some stuff that has been happening when we are not available. So the first story we have, it's coming from Barcelona. Where else do you think it come from? They're saying that Manchester City are unwilling to include their first team players as make weight in a bid to sign Lionel Messi. Gabriel Jesus, Bernardo Silva, and Mirez have all been marked as potential forming part of the negotiation. So it seems like these things were told as rumors, and it is now being said that City are saying that that is not happening. They're not going to be playing that game with Barcelona. Barcelona have to actually accept that their legend is leaving, and if they don't like it, it's going to just go like that. But they're not going to do that, sacrifice some of their best players just to get one man. I did talk about this thing. I told you that if by any chance Manchester City come to a point of sacrificing some of their own stars because they want to sign one man, it was going to be crazy. So City are actually saying that they're not really interested in this, but the source is Daily Mail. We're not really sure about the information. We have to wait and see what happens. But this is good news. Again, if we look at it, it's really good news, because it seems like City, they're not gonna be doing all the things that people are doing. They're gonna be not going to be playing any games that people are busy playing. They're gonna be serious, focusing on whatever they wanna do, and they're gonna try by all means to get the player. If they cannot get the player, they move on. That's the best thing they can do. So we have to wait and see what happens. We're gonna be looking at it so closely and giving you updates on whatever that will be happening, guys. Please don't forget to click like and click subscribe to this. It helps the channel a lot. So let me move on to the other story that we have. We have stories, and it's coming from Chelsea. So Chelsea are not done in this transfer season, guys. They are not really done. It's crazy what they're doing. Chelsea are set to make a move of 80 million euro, 80 million pound rated West Ham midfielder Declan Rice, which could take this summer spending to above 250 million. That's daily meal. So I don't know what's happening with Chelsea. I don't know what's happening. It's now becoming crazy in a way, or interesting, should I say. Chelsea now, they're interested in Declan Rice, and they're saying that they're going to spend at least, because the player is rated around 80 million according to the situation that is there. But Chelsea, they're saying that they're gonna be going after the player, and they want the player. So let me hear your comments. Let me hear what you think in this situation. These are some of the crazy stories we are hearing this summer, that clubs are now going after each and everyone in their books. They're just going after them. So I don't know. Tell me what you think. Tell me how is this going to end. How are you looking at the situation and how it's going to play out? It's going to be interesting to find out what happens in this situation. If Chelsea are going after the player, it's going to be interesting to find out what happens. But that's the situation we have at the moment, and we are delivering like we always promise we do. AC Milan are closing signing to deal from this one. Okay, let me go back to the interesting news of the day, which is Messi in Barcelona. FC Barcelona are unwilling to meet Messi to discuss his future unless he enters talks to renew a new deal. Unless they're entering in the talks to renew his deal. From the club's representatives, his exit won't be discussed because the clause in his deal allowing him to leave for free is void. It's void. What do they mean it's void? You see? This is the situation we find ourselves dealing with. Why would they say that a player that they told you that you can leave at anytime you want to leave? They say that they give you a time frame to leave as a free agent when you feel like you want to leave. They say now it's void. I don't understand what is happening here. What is Barcelona doing exactly? I feel like Barcelona are busy playing a losing game, that they're just wasting time, pushing things, doing crazy stuff. But at the end of the day, they're going to lose this game because all the things that they're talking about is not even making any sense at the moment. So we have to wait and see what happens. But that's the situation we're hearing, guys. That Barcelona, they're not going to be willing to talk to Lionel Messi about him leaving, about his future, unless he's renewing his deal. And they're saying that the situation of the player going anywhere in his contract is actually void. Can you believe it? That is actually insulting. Why are they trying to keep a player who's not interested in playing for them? Why are they that desperate that they cannot let him go? They will suffer a lot if they lose the player. They need to sort that stuff out and actually see where they go. So guys, if you want to find out about Donny Van de Beek, what is happening, you're going to watch the first 10 minutes of the video. I was dealing more about Donny Van de Beek, talking about what is happening and reading sources from sources like Skype Sports and everything. So check it out. And please don't forget to click subscribe and like to this video. At the same time, as we continue with the time, as we are moving, I would like you guys to do us a favor and give me any information on how you think the Messi deal is going to end up on, because it's really crazy how things are happening right now. So I want to hear what you're thinking right now, because Barcelona are just playing a game which they're not going to win, and they're being stubborn for no reason. The player wants to go, and if the player wants to go, it's either you let him go or you're going to lose him horribly. And in this situation, you're actually going to court. That's how crazy the situation has become. Barcelona have to find a way to handle this situation. A better way to handle this situation. That's what they need to do. Let me continue. Dundee Huddersfield signed Jordan Pereira from Manchester United on a loan from 2020 to 2021 season. Arsenal defender Rob Holding is on the verge of joining Newcastle on a season-long loan, no option to buy. So it seems like Arsenal, they're trying to help with some of their defenders. I think he was playing today, and they want him to go play for Newcastle as part of them rebuilding the player and trying to make him a better player. So that's what is happening. And we are back again at Chelsea. So Chelsea, Lampard has his own new way and things that he's thinking about that he can do for the club, which is going to help the club a lot. So at the moment, what we are hearing is this. Let me read it for you. So Chelsea Football Club would be willing to sell N'Golo Kante this summer if bid of over 50 million euro comes in. Inter and Antonio Conte are keen on the player. Gazzetta dello Sporting, which is in Italy, is the source of the story. So I have no idea where the bad blood between N'Golo Kante and Frank Lampard came from, and I have no idea why Chelsea are making one of the best players that they ever had going like this, because it doesn't make sense telling people that you are letting a player like him, the way he plays, and you say that he just lives like that. It doesn't even make sense. How did they come from being this good club into bad blood to a point of saying that they are losing the player? So I don't understand what is happening. Why are they selling him? If anyone has a reason, tell me. Do you think Kante is no longer even that important for Chelsea to a point of them selling him? I don't know. I want to understand that situation. I don't really know. I don't really get it at this point. So I want to hear it from you guys. Put it down there on the comments. I want to hear what you think in the situation, because this is really crazy. I feel. That's what I think. I think it's really crazy. Juventus are close to re-sign striker Moise Kean on a 2-year loan deal with no obligation to buy at the end of that time. I'm not gonna say anything about that. FC Barcelona do not intend to let Lionel Messi leave for free. They believe the clause in his contract allowing him to do that has expired, and therefore if any club wants to sign the Argentina, they should pay his 700 million euro buyout clause. That is Deportivo in Spain reporting. So the Messi situation is gonna keep continuing. It's not going to come to an end. It's gonna keep making a lot of noise, never giving anybody any chance to actually sleep. So that's what they're saying. Barcelona, they're not letting Messi go by any means necessary. If anyone wants him, he has to pay 700 million euro, and any club that will pay 700 million euro for one single 33-year-old man, that club they are on drugs and they are crazy. They are not fit to be running that club. So if I had, they've already breached the financial fair play rules, which means that they'll be suspended as well after the same situation. How could they say that they wanna sell a player at 700 million euro? And you find that the City and PSG are the teams that are still interesting. So this is gonna be interesting to find out how this ends. James Rodriguez will complete his Everton medical next week ahead of season-long move from Real Madrid. I feel like James Rodriguez and Real Madrid story should just end with the James Rodriguez going to a club, because he has been loaned more than any other player that I know in the La Liga. If I'm saying correctly, he has been loaned more than any other. So which is crazy. We have to wait and see what happens. We'll be giving you feedback and information on whatever that will be happening. But that's the situation we have. They're saying that Rodriguez and Roma and Everton are about to reach into a situation of an agreement, and he'll be going on a season-long loan from Real Madrid. Why can't they just do it on a permanent basis? Because he has been loaned so much. Why can't they just do that so that they let the player free and he actually enjoys what he loves, which is football? Please don't forget to click subscribe and like this video if you're enjoying what I'm talking about. 55 million euro rated Donny Van de Beek is waiting on an offer from Barcelona before deciding his future. He is keen to reunite with his former international boss Ronald Koeman. United and Spurs have both made quarrels about the Ajax man. So that's sports. So after we were talking about Donny Van de Beek going to United, we're hearing sports telling us that Barcelona and Donny Van de Beek is something that will actually happen, and is actually keen to reunite with Ronald Koeman, who's at Barcelona. But at the moment, the Barcelona, they have a messy incident that they cannot actually focus on other things, but focus only on Lionel Messi. So we'll wait and see what happens there. But as for Don, I think the best way in this situation is to actually look for a club that wants you at the moment, and you go work. And at the moment, the club that is 100% interested in you, it's United. So we'll see what happens. At the same time, talking about United, it seems like there's also Chelsea, there's also Tottenham in the situation, but I don't think Tottenham, they've the finance to that extent to get the player. So we have to wait and see what happens. We have to wait and see what happens. We just have to wait and see. Breaking news: Everton and Napoli have reached an agreement over the transfer of Alan for €25 million and add-ons. Personal terms are already agreed and the medicals are scheduled. Source is WW Instagram. So one thing that I know about this transfer news life, one thing I know, they don't put stories that have not yet been approved. That's one thing I trust about them. So if they're telling you that this is happening, then it might be happening, and it might be moving to something that we can talk about in the next coming days. So that's in that Everton and Napoli have reached an agreement, and we'll wait and see what happens. But it might looks like that Alan might be at Everton next season. And this was what I was talking about, the Donny Van de Beek situation. And Ajax would accept a bid of 40 million euro, and the player interested in playing in the Premier League. So this was just something that I was talking about. Done deal: Leeds United have signed Robin Kumi from Freiburg for an undisclosed fee. The 24-year-old has signed a 4-year deal at Ellen Road until 2024. Do you want me to tell you my thoughts on how Leeds are spending in this transfer window? It reminds me of Norwich last season, how they were signing a lot of players, how they were putting different talents, and now look where they are relegated. So the same, I feel, can happen to Leeds if they don't control the way they're doing their deal and how they're signing their players, because it will hurt them very terribly bad if they don't deal with this situation. So let's wait and see what happens. We'll keep you updated with the information and whatever that will be changing, but at the moment, that's what you need to know. Let's move on to the last interesting story. Barcelona have sacked their own law firm for advising their star player Lionel Messi on how to terminate his contract with the club. That's Marca. So Barcelona angered their own law firm that it's busy helping Lionel Messi to escape the contract that he has with Barcelona. Why would they complain? Because remember, the player is still under them and he deserves to be held by any law person. So it's crazy how the situation is happening. They're busy sacking a lot of people, which is going to be confusing them, and they're going to suffer a lot from that. So it's going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be interesting. So before I go, I'm about to leave. So before I go, guys, I would like to talk about one man we have lost today. King T'Challa, if you know Black Panther, and his name is Chad. Chad is a player, is an actor who had touched a lot of people's hearts in the past years. Let me see if I can get something on the screen to show you guys. He's one of the best one of the best actors who had touched people hearts, and that we have lost him. It's really, really painful to actually accept. So guys, as we speak, Chad Boseman, we have lost him. He died today in Los Angeles, California, United States. hard to actually swallow. So this was the news that was released in his Twitter page by the family, I believe, that we have lost one of the legends. I just said to cover this thing. So show your love and support by just doing something, maybe going to retweet and just say something as you can say. So this was his Twitter page, which is called Chadwick Bournemouth, and it's written, this is what is written: it is with in miserable grief that we confirm that the passing of Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick died. He was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer in 2016 and battled with it these last 4 years. As the progress to stage as it proceeded to stage 4, a true fighter, Chadwell preserved it through a and brought you many of the films you have come to love for so much, which is Marshall to Day 5, Blood, and the Against Wilson, and Mackerel, and Black Bottom, and several more. All were filmed during and between countless surgeries and the chemotherapy. It was the honor of his career to bring King T'Challa to life in Black Panther. Some of us, we actually used to call him King T'Challa no matter what when we see him in life. So he died in his home with his wife and family by his side. The family thank you for your love and prayers and ask that you continue to respect their privacy during this difficult time. So my condolences to the family for the loss we have for one of our greatest actors we have ever had in TV time. I had to cover it just out of the pain we are feeling at the moment, guys. And you know, in all the things that happened, it might be football, it might be what, football, acting, or even things like WWE. We all these people that we love, all these superheroes we have developed to love, it might be player or what, all of them at the end of the day, they are human beings. And as they are human beings, it hurts when you lose one of the greatest people you might have in life. There was a lot to come from him, and we never knew that he had cancer, but today we have to actually accept. So showing love and support to the family, guys, it will be amazing. There's the Twitter page, just go show your love and support, please. Just do so. It's just for the fact that we are a family and we actually accept and we understand what is happening, because we know of a lot of players who are actually in this situation. So losing one of the greatest actors like this, it requires us that we show love in this situation. So this is from Africa Football Connect, and we are saying that to the Bournemouth family, that our condolences are with you guys, and we feel sorry for the loss of one of the greatest blessing we have ever had in our life. So I'm gonna post a small thing that he did when he was talking about purpose, just to remind you of what kind of a person he is. But we are crying and we are grieving with the family, and we will do exactly like they asked, to respect them in this time of need as they are crying, guys. So this has been Africa Football Connect, and with this said news, I have to leave you like that, guys. So we'll be meeting each other very soon, and we'll talk about what else that will be coming so soon. So thank you very much for